All right, this first one is the Spider-Man meme where he's pointing at another version of himself, and it says, "When your opponent activates MST on your MST." Dude, that is so true. Like, there's so many times where we're like, I'll activate MST on the in phase or something, and I'll hit their MST, or whether it's like in phase dust tornado or even just a main phase heavy storm or something. This happens like all the time. If you play enough Yu-Gi-Oh, then you'll see this happening. And this one says, when you only have one card to banish for Bazoo, he says, that ain't much, but it's honest work. Ain't that the truth? Like, whenever you want Bazoo to get big, but you can't, but he just gets big enough just to, run over something or whatever, but it's a monster that you had to put in the grave, whether it's by yourself or your opponent destroying it. That's pretty good. He said, I play Empty Jar. I said, well, then he ain't that straight. Tiger King. This one's pretty good. If anybody doesn't get this joke, um, Empty Jar or Deck Out decks in Go format are kind of just more or less like just, I don't know. It can be an easy win, but people like to make fun of the people that play these decks because they're not as skillful. They're just more or less, solitaire decks, and that's the whole point of GOAT format. Most people would say is that you get away from decks that are just kind of like a die roll match or something. But yeah, this one's pretty funny. I found so many Tiger King memes while doing this. Okay, so we're gonna do some more. After being forced to negate your opponent's play with solemn judgment, I said, I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Dude, if you've never seen the Tiger King, please go do yourself a favor and watch Tiger King. It is extremely funny. I am actually in Oki myself, and Tiger King happened, I don't know, maybe 60 minutes away from where I live or so. And it's just, I don't know, it's just super funny to me because it hits home, but it should be super funny to anybody that just lives in America because it's just such an American movie and it's just over real shit. It's really funny. All right, one more Tiger King meme. When you're 33 hours into playing Perovic mirror matches and your girl asks you to watch a movie with her, he said, this woman's just obsessed with me. He's talking about old Karen Baskins or Carol Baskins, whatever the heck her name is. She killed her husband. Squidward said, you're making me have little bitch syndrome. Patrick says, what does little bitch syndrome mean? And SpongeBob says, it means he's afraid of Xerion. And then Squidward said, no, it doesn't. And then Patrick said, ooh, 1400. Stop it, Patrick. You're scaring him. Oh my gosh. I'm not a huge fan of Xerion, but this meme is pretty funny regardless. This one's just kind of a regular Yu-Gi-Oh meme in general. This one's pretty funny. When none of your combos are working, so you just start top decking, and then the guy in the anime says, "Random bullshit, go." That's awesome because dude, that happens just so many times whenever just you can't get an engine started or something. So you're over there setting Tsukiyomi face down, just all this other crap, and bluffing with premature because you have nothing in the grave. And so this meme is totally relatable. Sitting there with Magician of Faith and MST set and watching them top deck with two knocks engraved, like, because they have no cards and then they've already got two knocks engraved, so more than likely your Faith is going to resolve. So, man, whenever you have those kind of things set on the field and your opponent just has no cards and they're just trying to draw into something good, you're sitting there like, cool, I've got the advantage, and no matter what they're doing, I'm probably going to keep the advantage. So that's pretty funny. Mom, can we get scapegoats? Mom says, no, we have scapegoats at home. Scapegoats at home. It's stray lambs. This is pretty funny. This is that meme where you're pretty much asking for something, and then your mom's like, nope, we got that at home, and it's like the great value version of like whatever you're asking for. So that's pretty funny. This is just like stray lambs, especially someone's like 2 go tokens instead of 4, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't even out in go format anyway, but yeah, it's still pretty funny. This one was actually sent to me by my friend Jinzo and Tonic. I'll link his channel down below so y'all can go check him out. He's a pretty awesome GOAT format Yugi tuber, but he said, okay, time to sleep. And then Brain just decides to get up and goes, looking through the memories. And it says, the misplay that cost me a duel. Ah, classic. What an idiot. Yeah. It happens to me so many times. I'll just be sitting there laying at night and I'm like, man, why did I set Book of Moon? Or just something stupid because I'm like, oh, that just cost me the whole duel. I don't know. Just I feel like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players do that a lot. All of us still playing a 15-year-old format, he says. I could still milk you. That's really funny because it's a Minecraft cow. And dude, honestly though, okay, let's talk about that for a second. And this is probably a whole nother discussion for a whole nother video. But honestly, this is a format that does just kind of keep giving, and people come up with new decks all the time, and that's the fun part about this format is you can come up with a new deck, and the format's not going to change, so you can make that deck even better without fearing a ban list. And I feel like the meta in this format is kind of a rotating meta. Certain cards become popular, which make other cards become popular because they have to counter that card, and then it just the cycle goes on and on. But yeah, so this is a pretty funny meme because it is 15 years old, but it's a format that people still play super competitively. Patrick says we should take all the anti-synchro, XYZ, and pendulum duels and push them into Go format. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, Patrick's never said anything more that I agree with. This is pretty funny because especially right now, at the time I'm recording this video in the pandemic, with Corona going on and everything, it's just there's not many competitive things going on. But man, this is the first year that GOAT format had a world championship, and modern Yu-Gi-Oh has not had a world championship. So let that one sink in, guys. Me, the current format, sitting there drinking my tea or whatever the heck that is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna look for something else. Ooh, goats. Just plain old water. Something that's just never changing. Oh, that's so true. That is really funny though, because I'll go back to wanting to play modern format here or there for like, a month or two, where I'll try to make some deck that I thought was really cool, or I saw some new card get off the ban list, and I'm just like, I want to try to mess with that again. And then I'll do it for like a little bit, and then I'll just end up going back to Go format. So that's pretty funny. Her, he's probably thinking about other girls. Him, he says, I could have bought Ghost stuff before the hype for a fifth of the current price, but if I buy them for a good price now, the market manipulators could dump their shit and crash the market. Dude, this is totally me. Like when me and my wife are laying there at night, and I don't know what she's thinking, but this is what I'm thinking for sure. I'm just like, God dang, if I would have just invested $5, I would have made 15. But back then I thought $5 just a lot for that card. But joke's on me.